Health and physical education in schools is essential in providing students with the knowledge, skills, and understanding that allows them to consider the health benefits of physical activity and lifelong physical activity, which VCAR states will positively influence both their own health and well-being and that of their communities. This rationale will discuss the ways in which lifelong physical activity and health-based physical activity can benefit physical, mental, and social health, as well as how health and PE and fitness education can foster lifelong habits that are crucial in citizens and communities leading a healthy, happy, and active life.
Participating in physical activity regularly from a young age is associated with many health benefits, such as increased cardiovascular fitness, stronger muscles, and bones, to name a few. Furthermore, lifelong physical activity lowers the risk of some chronic diseases such as obesity, cardiovascular diseases, and type 2 diabetes. It is essential that health-based physical activity and lifelong physical activity are embedded in the health and physical education literature in Australia, as it will give students the critical knowledge on the how and why to maintain a healthy and active lifestyle. The World Health Organization 2025 states that people who meet the recommended levels of physical activity have a 20 to 30% reduced risk of premature death, highlighting the huge importance of embedding lifelong physical activity, health-based physical activity, and fitness education into the curriculum to contribute to a healthier society.
Currently in Australia, poor mental health is a growing concern that demands to be addressed by schools and educators in a more effective way. According to research conducted by the World Health Organization in 2022, more than 720,000 people die from committing suicide every year. This alarming statistic emphasises the critical importance of embedding lifelong physical activity and health-based physical activity into the health and PE curriculum due to the strong positive link between physical activity and improvements in mental health and well-being. Conclusions gathered from Tallow in 2024 state that high-intensity interval training, also known as HIIT training, and moderate to vigorous physical activity have positive effects on the increase in psychological well-being, quality of life, and also a significant decrease in anxiety and stress symptoms. An example of a good simple high-intensity interval training workout that could be utilised to teach a class about health-based physical activity and lifelong physical activity could be a circuit consisting of push-ups, sit-ups, shuttle runs, and wall sits, as shown in the video, where students would exercise for 30 seconds, then have 20 seconds of rest. This would be especially beneficial for the mental health of students in Year 11 or 12 who often have heightened levels of stress and anxiety since they are trying to navigate through VCE with all of its exams and vigorous testing. Ensuring that health-based physical activity and lifelong physical activity are embedded in the health and PE curriculum will give students exposure to these great mental health benefits early in their life and equip them with the skills needed to use physical activity as a positive coping strategy for their mental health difficulties in the future. This allows them to stay in control and be able to regulate their mental health, which will reduce the rates of poor mental health and even suicide. In doing this, schools in Australia will play a major role in addressing and improving the current mental health crisis, ensuring that their next generation of students are conscious and resilient about their mental health. Whilst health-based physical activity and lifelong physical activity offer many benefits to mental and physical health, they also provide essential social benefits to individuals and communities. Engaging in physical activity supports social health outcomes by encouraging connection and collaboration. Participating in team sports, fitness groups, or outdoor recreation offers opportunities for building friendships, developing communication skills, and feeling part of a community. According to the Australian Institute of Health and Welfare in 2020, individuals who are physically active are more likely to report strong social networks and improved emotional well-being. Group-based exercise may also help reduce social isolation, particularly among young people and older adults. Research from EEH103 2013 suggests that individuals involved in organised sport are more likely to report higher levels of school engagement and lower levels of antisocial behaviour. Furthermore, a study in the Lancet Psychiatry also found that people who exercised socially experienced around 20% fewer poor mental health days than those who exercised alone. These findings indicate that regular physical activity contributes to stronger social ability and a greater sense of belonging, therefore emphasising the huge importance of embedding health-based physical activity and lifelong physical activity into the PE curriculum in Australia. Ensuring that health-based physical activity and lifelong physical activity are embedded within the health and PE curriculum is essential to supporting the mental, physical, and social health and well-being of students, especially in their developmental years, as well as giving them the tools and knowledge needed to support healthy lifelong habits and routines. The benefits of health-based physical activity and lifelong physical activity range from minimising the risk of chronic diseases such as cardiovascular disease to creating opportunities for meaningful relationships. Therefore, it needs to be a major staple in the health and PE curriculum so that Australian schools can play their part in contributing to better health outcomes for individuals and communities across the nation.